Welcome to Move with Mika, Pilates and Fitness. I'm your certified Pilates instructor, Mika. Let's get started and let's sit on your mat or carpeting, whatever feels good for you, my friends. And make sure that you feel both sit bones on the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, imagining that you have a piece of string at the top of your head. You're going to start rotating your shoulders. Nice and easy, whether your hands are on your knees or by your side, my friends. Just breathing here naturally. And now let's rotate our shoulders the other way. Nice, big, exaggerated rotations. And let's bring our shoulders up to our ears. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, relaxing your shoulders. Inhale, let's bring both arms up above your heads. Let's exhale as you lower your arms down to the sides. Inhale, let's bring both arms up to the ceiling, the sky. Exhale as you release your arms down to the floor. One more, my friends. Inhale, nice deep breath through the nose. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. You're going to inhale as you bring one arm up above your head. Exhale, as you keep your sit bones on the floor, you'll do a beautiful side bend with just your ribs. Inhale as you sit up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, other arm is coming up. Exhale, just bending at the ribs. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, bring your other arm up, giving yourself a beautiful side bend. Exhale there. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. Other arm, my friends. Inhale, arm is up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, other arm is up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. Last one, my friends. Inhale, arm is coming up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale as we sit up. Exhale, arm down. Let's big rotations one way as you inhale and exhale. Let's go the other way. Inhale and exhale. Stop rotating your shoulders, my friends, and let's bring our feet in front of us. I'm going to move that rope. And our feet are going to try to go as flat as we can on the mat, okay? If you need to lift the balls of your feet up, that's fine. But see if you can get your balls and the heels of your feet on the mat nice and flat. No digging in of the toes. You're sitting up. You're going to feel your sit bones on the mat. And you're just going to rotate your shoulders back. We're going to take a look at our legs. We're going to make sure that they're hip distance apart. That's proper Pilates posture. But if you're feeling a little sensitive in your hip flexors or in your hamstrings, you're going to keep your legs open because I don't want you to lean back into your sit bone while we're doing this. I want you to sit up, feel the sit bones. Don't move back into your pelvis. Sit up nice and tall so you can feel your sit bones here. Or we're going to make our legs hip distance apart by using our fist, and you're going to place that fist right in between the fleshy part of your knees. Sitting up tall, if you feel comfortable, you're going to place your hands underneath your thighs or bring your arms in front of your shoulders. Everyone's going to rotate their shoulders, tuck your ribs in, and you're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose to start, and then you're going to exhale through the mouth as you lean back on your sit bones, going into the tailbone, bringing your chin to your chest, tucking your ribs in. Inhale, you're going to sit up. You're going to give me 4 more. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, sit up. 3 more. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, sit up. 2 more, my friends. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, sit up. 1 more. Exhale, C curve. We're going to hold it here. You're going to inhale, pull your elbows, both elbows in, just like graze them against your waist. Exhale, you're going to straighten them out. Don't let your ribs move. Don't let your hips move. Inhale, pull the elbows in. Exhale, straighten them out just in front of your shoulders, my friends. Don't let your ribs move. You are keeping your control. This is the C curve, and you're keeping that C curve. Your gaze will go right to the end of your mat or in between your feet to the bottom part of your floor. And you're going to inhale, straighten, and then bring it back. Last one. Keep the arms nice and still. And then you're going to inhale, sit up. All right, give me 5 more C curves, okay, my friends? Ready? Feel your sit bones up. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. Lean back on your sit bones. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, sit up. 2 more, please. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, sit up. 1 more, please. Exhale, C curve. Inhale, you're going to pull your elbows to your waist. Exhale, you're going to straighten out one leg and straighten the arms in front of your shoulder. Inhale, you're going to pull that leg back into the bend and pull the elbows in. Exhale, you're going to straighten out your arms and straighten out the other leg. Inhale, bend. Keep on going, alternating legs. You're going to flex the thigh and the calves when you straighten out one leg. Inhale, bend and pull. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend and pull. Tuck those hips in. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend and pull. Last one. Exhale, straighten. Really keeping those muscles in between your hips clenched and flexed. And then you're going to inhale, sit up. Hug your thighs, bringing your chest to your thighs. Chin is close to your chest. You're going to inhale here and exhale. Good job, my friends. Inhale, sit up. Rotate the shoulders. Straighten out your legs. Let's bring our arms in front of our shoulders, and you're going to flex your feet. You're going to inhale, point your toes. Exhale, flex your feet. 1 more. Inhale, point your toes. Now exhale, flex your feet. Rotate your shoulders, tuck your ribs in. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, you're going to forward fold with your hips. You're going to fold over and then inhale, sit up. You're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips in, lift your hips off the mat, but don't lock your elbows in, okay, my friends? And then inhale, you're going to lower your hips down. Exhale, we're going to reach and forward fold. Inhale, you're going to pull your elbows in, hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to squeeze your glutes, lift yourself up into a back plank. Inhale, you're going to lower the hips down. Exhale, you're going to forward fold, my friends. Inhale, we're going to sit up and rotate the shoulders back. Good job. Let's swing our legs around. And you're going to have your knees underneath your hips. We're going to be on all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, unless you have sensitive wrists, my friends. Maybe walk your hands forward a bit, away from your shoulders. Everyone's going to keep their elbows bent. You're going to bend them a little more when your hands are away from your shoulders. Opening your fingers out, but don't let your knuckles flatten into the mat. So maybe have a slight lift to those knuckles. We are going to exhale here as you come into a cat stretch. Inhale, we'll come into a cow stretch. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cow. And now exhale, you're going to tuck your ribs in and then keeping your back into neutral, but keeping the ribs tucked in so we're not arching the back. Make sure your elbows are not locked in, my friends. We're going to do 5 tricep push-ups. So you're going to inhale, lower your upper body down, keep the elbows nice and close to your waist. And then you're going to exhale, press yourself up with just your arms. Try to release any tension in your back. Don't let your lower back help you out. You're going to inhale to lower. Exhale, you're going to press up. Use those arm muscles to help you up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. 2 more, my friends. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. 1 more, please. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. Rotate your shoulders and bring your hips back into an awesome child's pose. When you're here, maybe inhale, turn your palms up to the ceiling, down to the floor, maybe drumming your fingers on the mat. Inhale and exhale. All right, come back onto all fours, my friends. Either your hands will go underneath your shoulders or walk them away, whatever feels good for your wrists at this moment. You're going to tuck your ribs in. You're going to inhale as you lift your hips up to come into your down dog. Now, when you do a down dog, I really want you to think about bringing that tailbone up to the sky, up to the ceiling, and your sit bones as well. You're going to start pedaling your heels just to stretch out our calves and our hamstrings a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. All right, keep your legs still. You're gonna take a nice deep breath in through the nose here. And then you're gonna exhale, bend your legs, come back into a leg bend. Maybe you'll tap your knees on the floor or you'll let your knees hover off the floor. Inhale, you're gonna bring your hips up into that down dog. Exhale, you're gonna bend your knees, coming into a hovered knee lift. Inhale, come into down dog. And then exhale, let's hold that knee lift off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back into down dog. Exhale here. Inhale, bend your knees, walk your hands towards your feet. Let your feet go flat on the floor. Your legs will still stay bent when you put your feet flat on the floor. Then you're gonna straighten your legs out. Now, if you are in a barrel fold, I want you to bend your knees and keep your hips nice and close to your thighs, keeping your chest nice and close to your thighs so you can have an amazing stretch to your lower backside. You're gonna take a nice deep breath here. And then when you're ready, you're gonna inhale. Let your upper body hang heavy, tuck your hips in. Stack your spine above your hips. Nice and slow. And then rotate your shoulders. Good job. I'm going to stand sideways so you can see we are going to get ready for a set of squats. When you're ready, try to keep your toes forward. We're going to take a look if our legs are hip distance apart. Mine are a little bit too close together, so I separated them. I'm using my fist. And I'm going to make sure that my feet stay at the same distance. I'm going to see if I can curl my toes upwards, because when you do squats and you press up to stand up, I want you to press in your heels. Press into the balls of your feet. Do not let your toes dig into that mat, okay? You're going to rotate your shoulders, tuck your ribs in, tuck the hips in just so you have a nice neutral spine. You're not moving your upper body, it's your lower body, right? So you're going to inhale, bring your arms to your ears. You're going to bring your hips back. Exhale, you're going to squeeze your glutes till it stand up. Inhale, squat down, bringing your hips all the way down. Exhale, you're going to squeeze your glutes to help you up. Squeeze the glutes, do not use momentum. Inhale, lower, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs, press into those heels. Inhale, come down. Exhale, squeeze to stand up. Give me 8 more. Exhale, squeeze to stand up. Use your breath. Inhale through the nose to come down. Exhale, squeeze to come up. Give me 7 more. 6 more, my friends. Put those hips all the way back. Don't let your knees go over your toes. Exhale, squeeze to come up. Give me 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then come on down. Pulse it out for me, because you know I love the pulses. It's like a little party. Let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hold it here. You're going to turn your palms outwards, and you're going to inhale, swing your arms back. Exhale, bring them forward. 2 more, my friends. Inhale, swing back. Exhale, forward. Last one. Inhale, swing back. Exhale, swing forward. Bring your hands to your thighs and then squeeze to stand up. Rotate your shoulders, and let's go to the end of the mat, my friends. We're going to forward fold, and guess what? We're going to walk into a plank. So I'm at the end of my mat. My heels are right at the back of my mat. Tucking my hips in to make sure that I'm in control here with my posture, and I'm tucking my ribs in. Not to the point where you're extremely tucking in, just tucking in enough so you have complete abdominal support. Rotate the shoulders. Inhale, you're going to bring your arms up. Exhale, let's dive forward over our legs. And then inhale, you're going to bend your knees, and then you're going to walk your hands forward nice and slow without rocking your body. Maybe your knees will go on the floor. Maybe your hands will be walking away from your shoulders, but we are going to hold this plank for 20 seconds, so tuck your ribs in. Don't let your back arch. Don't come out of your shoulders too far, but don't fall into your shoulders, okay? Don't bend those elbows. And then you're just gonna hold it here, nice long neck, my friends. And you're gonna breathe as you inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. All right, let me go and start counting. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, if your knees are off the floor, bring the knees down. Everyone's gonna come into a child's pose. You're gonna inhale and exhale. Maybe turn your palms up to the ceiling, down to the mat. Drum your fingers. Good job. Come back onto all fours. And let's come back onto our sit bones. You're going to swing your legs around because we're going to lay down onto the floor or onto the mat. You're going to C-curve your way down, okay? So you're not coming down with momentum. You're going to come down with control, okay? Either hands on your thighs or in front of you. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. Lean back on your sit bones. Let your hips come back first. Let your spine go down into the mat. Your ribs, control those shoulders, neck and head. Rest your arms by your side. Bend your legs. We're going to get ready for a pelvic curl. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And when you're ready to exhale, press the muscles in between your hips down into the back, down to the floor. So the back of your hips are flat on the floor, so are your ribs, so is your spine. Inhale, you're going to create an arch to your back. Exhale, pelvic curl. Lower the back of your hips, spine, and ribs flat to the floor. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, arch your back. Last one, exhale, pelvic curl. Now keep your ribs tucked into the mat. Don't let your ribs come off the mat. Let's bring one leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. Now that doesn't mean that your knees are going to be directly over a connection to your hips. You're going to bring them up a little bit so that you think about the top of your hips and the top of your knees are in line. Make sure your ankles are not below the knees. It'll make it a little harder to keep your body in control with the arching. So we want to keep that body in control. If you have a sensitive neck and shoulders, you're going to keep them down on the mat. Everyone's going to bring their hands above their hips, below their knees, palms facing down. Bring your chin to your chest if you feel comfortable, but you can't stop there. You have to lift those shoulder blades off the mat. And then you're going to start pumping your arms. Start breathing and I'll start counting. Let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hug your knees. Lower your shoulders, neck, and head if they were up. Everyone's going to look to one shoulder, back to the center, look to the other shoulder, back to the center. All right, let's bring those legs back into tabletop. You're going to bring your arms up to the sky or the ceiling, but let your shoulders relax. Now, if that's too much for you, then you can just leave your arms by your side. We're all going to flex our feet, point our toes, flex our feet, point our toes. Now relax here and then press your ribs into the mat so we're not arching our back. You're going to inhale, tap your left toes to the floor. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, tap your right toes to the floor. Exhale, lift up. 2 more on each side. Exhale, lift up. We're not arching our back. Exhale, lift up. All right, let's do double toe tap. So inhale, double toe tap. Exhale, lift up. 2 more after this one. Exhale, lift up. Sorry, I'm a bad counter. Now 2 more after this one. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Using your abdominals, really flexing those abdominals, pressing them inwards to lift the legs up so you're not arching your back. All right, let's use our arms. So now if you would like, you can either use one arm or both arms, but we'll do both legs at the same time. You're going to inhale, bring the arm or the arms to your ears and tap your toes. Exhale, you're going to lift up. 4 more. Inhale, maybe switch those arms if you're going to do one arm at a time. 3 more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift up. We have to avoid arching our back. Keep those ribs into that floor. 2 more, my loves. You got this. 1 more, please. All right, now we're gonna keep on going, but give your knees a nice hug. And we're gonna add an ab curl to that. So we'll do 5 ab curls. When you're ready, you can do one arm at a time, or you can do both arms. You're gonna inhale, tap the toes, lower the arms to the ears, and then you're gonna exhale, ab curl as you lift everything up. Inhale, uncurl. Exhale, ab curl. 3 more. Inhale, uncurl. Exhale, ab curl. 2 more. Inhale, uncurl. Exhale, ab curl. We're not arching our backs. Inhale, uncurl. Exhale, ab curl. Lift those shoulders off the floor. Inhale, uncurl. Last one. Exhale, ab curl. Let's hold it here. Pulse it up. Crunch it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Hug those knees. Lower your head and shoulders. Hug your right knee, straighten out your left leg. Maybe leave it on the floor or hover it off the ground. Tug the right knee into your chest. 1, 2. Inhale as you switch legs. Again, exhale, tug the left knee in. 1, 2. Inhale, switch. Tug the right knee in. 1, 2. Inhale, switch. Now keeping that left knee into your chest, you're going to lift the right leg up. Exhale, lower. Switch legs. Lift the left leg up. Exhale, lower. Bring both knees into your chest. Give them a great big hug. Lower your feet to the floor. Straighten out your legs. We're going to do the Pilates roll up. 2 options, hands underneath your hips. Fingers will be touching right around your tailbone, or your arms are going to be by your ears. Tuck your ribs into the mat. Let your heels hang super heavy. Nice long neck. You're going to inhale, bring your chin to your chest. Exhale, you're going to forward fold. Inhale, you're going to bring your chin back to your chest. You're going to articulate all the way down. Exhale, we're all the way to the floor. Let's do one more, my loves. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale as we sit up. And then rotate your shoulders back. All right, let's go down to our side lying series. All right, we're on our sides, but we're not going to stop here. We're going to make sure that our hips are stacked on top of each other. Take a look at your knees. Please let your top knee go parallel to the bottom knee or over it. That's the best thing. Either fingers on the floor to help support yourself, to keep yourself forward, or arm up to the ceiling, sky, and rotate. Everyone's going to rotate the shoulders away from you. So you're going to tuck your ribs in to make sure that we're not arching our back or fishtailing around. You're going to exhale, lift that top leg up. Inhale, you're going to pull the knee to your chest. Keep the leg bent. Do not straighten it out. Exhale, you're going to swing that leg back. So we're going to do some knee swings. Inhale, pull the knee in. Exhale, swing back. Give me one more, my friends, and we'll add on to this. Inhale, pull the knee to your chest. Exhale, you're going to swing it back. All right, now we're going to inhale, straighten the leg, kick the leg to the front. Exhale, you're going to swing that straight leg back. 2 more. Inhale, swing the straight leg to the front. Exhale, swing it to the back, squeezing your glutes and your thighs. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back, and keep it here, and you're going to pulse it up for 10, 9, 8. You're going to feel it right in your top glute there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring that top knee to the front. Lower it down. Place your top arm closer to your bottom arm, and you're going to press yourself up, always using the triceps. Let's go for a quick little mermaid stretch. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, other arm is up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. All right, let's swing that top leg around, and let's go into the other side. We have to make both sides even. All right, bend the arm underneath your head or keep it straight, whatever feels good for you. Tuck your ribs in. Don't let your ribs fall into the mat. Fingers on the floor or up to the sky. Rotate your shoulders, and then when you're ready, you're going to exhale, lift that top leg, really squeeze the glutes. Inhale, you're going to pull the knee to your chest. Exhale, you're going to swing that leg back, but you're going to keep it bent. Don't straighten it out yet. Inhale, bring it to the front. Exhale, swing it back, really squeeze your glutes. Inhale, forward. Exhale to the back. This is where we add on. Inhale, straighten the legs, swing the leg to the front. Exhale, bring it back. Squeeze your glutes. Don't let your ribs fall into the mat. Inhale to the front. Exhale, swing to the back. Inhale to the front. Exhale, swing to the back. Always keeping the leg same height, front to the back, and you're gonna pulse that leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring the leg in, lower it down with control. Top hand by that bottom arm. Press yourself up using your beautiful triceps. All right, let's go into our Z-sit or our mermaid stretch. Inhale, one arm is up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, other arm is up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, arm down. All right, let's come into our most comfortable seated position, my friends. Just rotating your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Let's rotate our shoulders the other way. Inhale and exhale. You're gonna bring your hands by your side. You're gonna inhale, bring both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, both arms are coming up. Exhale, release your arms down. Last one, my friends. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together, maybe lowering them down to heart center. Maybe nodding your head if that feels good for you, my friends. I am so deeply grateful for each and every one of you joining me in today's Pilates journey. I hope each and every one of you felt a little lighter, a little longer, and a little stronger. And if you'd like a little more Pilates and join me on any night between Monday to Thursdays, either online or in my studio, head to my website, movewithmika.wixsite.com/movewithmika, or send me an email, pilatesbymika@gmail.com. Thank you for joining Move with Mika today. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I had my Dolly Parton sweater on today just to send Dolly Parton all the love and gratitude for her beautiful voice, for her beautiful presence. Thank you so much. Namaste.